The role of the Parliamentary Liaison Office is to ensure that dialogue and so on, and then the implementation of the government's legislative programme. Part of the agreed government legislative programme is a referendum to enshrine water in public ownership in our constitution. This is obviously a matter of considerable public debate, a mass movement which defeated water charges, and in the aftermath of which the government said, oh, we will have a referendum, no problem, we can have public ownership. It's now 6 years since Deputy Collins first introduced her bill to enshrine water in public ownership in the Constitution. That is very deliberately bogged down in committee. It's a few months since the Minister for Housing said, oh, don't worry, we'll have a referendum. It'll be this year or early next year. But for the water workers who are due to transfer from councils across the country to Irish Water on the 1st of January, that simply isn't good enough. From their point of view, they have no guarantee that Irish Water isn't going to be privatised in the future, and that they're being transferred over to a company that's a semi-state now but could be privatised in future unless there's a referendum. So Taoiseach, they want a date. When is the referendum on ownership, public ownership of water going to be taking place?
Yeah. Now, in terms of Deputy Murphy, I think you should acknowledge that very significant progress has been made in the last number of years in terms of cementing the public ownership dimension of Irish Water, in terms of the state structure that has been introduced. No question about that. And I don't believe there's any reason for workers to be concerned. I mean, the fundamental issue around the referendum on water is control of a natural resource, fundamentally. Precise mechanisms by which it's managed and so on, be it an agency or be it local authorities, is a matter for debate on an ongoing basis. But it is state-owned. And the state is the shareholder, you know, and it is a precious resource that we have to continue to work on. The Minister is committed to a referendum on it, and it's a referendum that deals with a broader issue of ownership of water. And just Deputy Boyd Barrett, sorry, I said he's working. We'll get a timeline when we're ready for it. Deputy Boyd Barrett, look, we've had 2 years of COVID, so you could never. We couldn't have had a referendum in COVID. We have a lot going on.
Just a moment. We're way over time. I know it's the first day back, but please.
Yeah, and they did ask.
Let the Taoiseach complete. Yeah.
And we did take time from the first question. We went overboard in the first question to facilitate deputies, but they're milking it now.
There'll be no more facilitation.
I can see that.